I'll just leap to high school then. Because of my sisters, as you say, I majored in journalism in high school, so I became an editor of the weekly. They put out a weekly in San Bernardino High School. So talk about Mexican Americans involved in a mixed community, and it's all run by Anglos at the time. Well, my sister was one of the forerunners, and she was the first person to go to Girls State, as far as I know. Maybe there were people that went before her, I don't remember. But I joined the newspaper, and so I became an editor of the weekly, Tyro Weekly. We published a newspaper every week. So I became, in my senior year, I became the assistant editor of the newspaper, and acting editor at one time when the editor was gone, and we had to put out the paper, and I just did it on my bed. We didn't have a desk, so I laid it out on my bed. We didn't have computers, of course, in those days, and I felt like I had this sort of artistic talent to do it, to lay it out and make the right choices about type and layout and photos and that sort of thing. And then we had to interview people, and we had to gather the news. And then I remember one year the student council, which was mostly all white, I'm pretty sure. And I'm trying to remember if I was on the student council or not. But one year they were going to have a dance, and they were going to announce the winners of the election at the dance. And everybody said, well, you have the election results now. You need to give us the election results. And they said, no, we're going to have it at the dance. So the kids that were putting on the dance were keeping the election results. So I don't know how I did this. It was my big scoop. But I don't know how I did it. But I got the election results from somewhere, the official election results. So I published them in the newspaper, and they came out as front page news in the Tyro Weekly. And the students were so upset because they'd promised everybody they were going to announce it in at the dance. Well, we didn't go to dances, so our parents wouldn't let us go to dances, so we weren't going to go to any dances. And there was only going to be an exclusive group, and mostly maybe the Anglo kids, I don't know. I can't remember how it was. If it was that discriminated, then I'll have to think about that a little bit. But that was one of the things that happened.
You're radical.
Radical journalist. I guess it starts out being that way, now that you think about it. And then people, when they said, you're an activist, I thought, well, I'm not really an activist, but you are an activist, because what you did to make something right is being an activist, I guess. So that's the way to